Greetings and welcome, my friends. This is Tori in apartment 36. Little Red Riding Hood for her Halloween costume. We're starting off with a 3-lander with double synthesizer, a removal, and a banner to trigger both factories once we have them online. Keep your pants on. The first play of the game is an Aftermath analyst that mills themselves. They're likely on a landfall combo deck, which can bring down a lot of pain if they have the right cards. Their analyst is not worth sniping for the moment at least, so we'll pass and wait to see what else they play out. They come in for 1 damage, but that's as dangerous as it sounds. We have 19 turns to figure out what to do if they play nothing else. It's time to drop the first factory. Let's get the production equipment warmed up for the assembly lines to go full throttle. Maybe they caught on to our plan? They explode without warning. Keep those pants on. GG's, bro. This is Alfred Zero Sauce. We suspected they were of the Zero Sauce variety. We knew, bro. We knew. We get a rather interesting 3-lander with double Ghost Rider, a synthesizer, and a chainsaw. I like it. Keep. We'll start with the Thundering Falls, in case we need to play out the chainsaw on turn 2. The sewers show us a removal, but we already have a chainsaw. If we get a 4th land, we might not need removal since the opponent might be too busy blocking our robot overlords. We'll ship the removal and hope for that 4th land. We drew a removal anyways. That's the shuffler saying we're going to need it. We have a banner and a forge on top. We like both, and we'll take them in that same order. The earlier we get a forge down, the better it will be in the mid to late game. They spider up. Are they on Synthesizer too, or are they some other kind of artifact deck? That Power Stone token they gave us is going to help us more than they think it will. We have enough to play out a Ghost Rider or a forge. We could also take out their spider with our removal, but in the long run, the forge would serve us better. Let's get it down and start growing it, as well as get our first robot overlord. They have a fleshy of their own. That would be cool. But we have the tools to deal with their team as it stands now. We'll play out the banner, and we'll have enough mana for one of our removals. In this spot, I really like the chainsaw. It can put a beating on their fleshy, and we can send it with our giant-sized robot. Eat some pain, bro. Eat it like a pie. Their fleshy goes down, and so do they. GG's, bro. Extra cheese. This is Orca. A killer whale. What are you trying to say, bro? We get a 4-lander to start this one. A pair of removals should see us through until we get to some of our firepower. As we like to say around here, keep your pants on. They play out a convocation. They are likely on bats. Depending on their hand, we might be in trouble. Check that, they might be in trouble. That is a very timely synthesizer that showed up for us. This game just turned around. We'll have synthesizer plays the next 2 turns, and enough artifacts to trigger the synthesizers for another 2 turns after that. Prepare your shorts, bro, for a staining. Here come the bats. The lurker is the tip of the spear, followed closely by a Starscape cleric. Usually I like to fire off the 3 steps ahead and go for maximum robot overlord generation, but this time around they might be kind of fast, so we'll want to minimize damage while we build up. Let's get the banner down, and then we can cut their lurker bat in half with our chainsaw. It's a bloody bat mess, but that's how we have to roll. They land a case of the uneaten feast. which will gain them a life with every bat that enters play on their side. They follow it up with an auger, but decided to skip out on the offspring. Its pants are only halfway on. We'll play out our second synthesizer and get a peek at our top 2 cards. Then we'll snipe their blocker and smash in for a big hit. That's a helm on top with a land. We'll keep both but draw the helm first. Their little bats can't hold up to our robot overlords. All we have to do is be able to get in for damages. Damages, bro, damages. They're so scared they forgot to attack before they pulled the trigger on Sunfall. Oopsie poopsie, bro. They downloaded a big one in their shorts. We're gonna pass the turn. Making a token copy of one of our synthesizers will be our play. They fire up their manland. That is hilarious. It's about to be eaten alive. Here it comes, and this is when we fire off our 3 steps ahead. Our robot overlords are hungry for land flesh. Wait, what? Oh, poor bats gotta go home. Bats don't want none when their land is gone. GG's, bro. This is the doctor. He's a docbot. If our robot overlords get hurt, we'll give you a call. We get a 3-lander with a synthesizer and a 3 steps ahead. The chainsaw and banner are a bonus. Keep your pants on. Bro plays out a vacuum, but we're not Reanimator, bro. Nice try. You'll be sucking air. They're Azorius, so a counter might be coming, but we're willing to risk it. Let's play out our synthesizer. It goes through without a hitch. That's bad news. For them, we have a land and a chainsaw on top. We already have a chainsaw, but against Azorius, I want to have plenty of lands to play out our cards as well as pay for any tax counter spells. This turn, we'll hold what we have. We'll keep the mana up for our 3 steps ahead and make a token copy of our synthesizer at the end of their turn. Suck it up, bro. I know you want to. Suck it like sucking is good. They do have counter spells. They conveniently tap themselves out, so we'll go ahead and fire off our 3 steps ahead right now. We get another 3 steps ahead and a removal on top. We'll ship the removal. Bro has already seen enough. GG's, bro. Extra cheese. This is bad_subject. Nice toothpick you got there, bro. We've got a decent 4-lander, a synthesizer, a way to copy it, and a chainsaw. Hopefully the Scry 2 will find us more ammo. Keep. They play out an underwater tunnel. The other side of it lets them manifest dread for 4 mana. Our Surveil land shows us a removal on top. We already have Chainsaw, but if they're trying to flood the board, it might be good to hang on to it. They go with an unstoppable slasher. They're trying to be tricky, but we see what they're up to. Let's not take any hits from the slasher if we can help it. This delays our plans, but it's better than being dead. They get another underwater tunnel, but that doesn't add to their board. Let's see if they have any follow-up plays. They could potentially have counterspells, so let's test the waters with the banner. It goes through with a slight hitch. Once we get it down, we'll have enough mana for our removal. We can snipe the slasher, and it'll be gone for good. Get gone, girl. Don't forget to pack your plaid skirt. They get their dread manifested. That's a pricey 3/3, but some people like that. We'll play out our first factory and get the assembly line started up. On top we have double helm. We really only need one, but two is fine. And now we'll toast their 3/3. Smell you later, bro. Don't get mad, just go away. They manifest more dread, but their guys are a tad bit too small. Even pumped up, they're not going to be able to get the job done. Let's make a token copy right away. I prefer to not risk getting this countered. Maybe they've been holding removals this whole time, and that was the reason for the hitch. Let's go with a helm this time around. If it goes down, we can start duplicating our synthesizer. There was a little bit of hesitation, but we got it. They don't have enough removals to withstand the forces that are about to gather against them. I think they decided to give up. They swing in tapped out and have 0 blockers. Smooth move sandpaper. Real smooth. Anyways, that's GG's. This is Garuda 007. No wait, it's Gerald, Gar old, Gar you lad, Gar whatever. This 3-lander is missing red, but a synthesizer might be able to find it, and that will let us play everything else out. The miner, I didn't think people played it. We should be all right. Let's slow them down a tad and snipe their miner. In a couple of turns, we'll have blockers to hold them up if they are all out aggro. They play out the famous snake horse. Will it bite us or them? We draw a second synthesizer and we'll play one out right away. We've got a forge and a land on top. Let's send the land on down, but we'll keep the forge. That's another set of synthesizer triggers. They come in for a bite and get a land from the snake horse. Why am I not surprised? They load up their board, but all their men are rather small. I mean, sure, it's 5 damage they represent, but none of them will survive in hand-to-hand combat against one of our robot overlords. We'll play a land and make it seem like we don't have any plays. We're stuck on 4 lands, bro, and we can't do a thing. Instead of getting in for 5 damage, they risk us taking only 2. But we know that Snake Horse isn't landing a blow. They get a rush of dread, so that's only 3. And now comes our surprise. An instant synthesizer along with a robot overlord. On top, we have a fleshy and a removal. We'll keep them in that order. We can use the removal to take out Tiny Bones, since he has Death Touch, and we'd rather not lose a robot overlord to a 1/1. We'll play out our synthesizer and get a pair of robots before we swing in for damages. Rush of Dread will take out 2 of our men, but we've got plenty more triggers to come. Every turn for the next 3 turns at least. They send in tiny bones. That's your best blocker, bro. Yeah, I think we'll take the 1 damage. A removal would be alright, but then we don't generate robot overlords. Let's go with Fleshy instead. That'll get us 3 more men and pump up the 1 we can send in. Take 8 or lose Vlad the Impaler. What will it be? They play out another pair of blockers, but those won't survive in a fight against our men. Very nice, bro, but time is ticking away. You need sweepers every turn now. A Forge will wipe out their team. We have so many robot overlords now, we're not worried about losing 1 to tiny ones. His bone is too tiny anyways. All those men, but only 3 of them can block. GG's, bro. Extra cheese. This is Grixis. No, wait, it's Gus 6. No, it's Goo XX's. Something like that. We get a loaded 3-lander with double synthesizer, a removal, and a forge. We can't say no. Keep your pants on. We have a banner on top that we will keep. They're hitting us with a nightmare. Bro is on discard, but one of their weaknesses are opposing men, and they might not have anything that we should be concerned about, so we'll drop the removal. A bandit's talent will take out our forge. It's a matter of our other cards will do more for us in the long run. It's time for our first synthesizer. Discard can do nothing about our top decks, and the synthesizer can easily set us up with great follow-up plays. We have a Ghost Rider and a land on top. We'll send the land on down, but Ghost Rider might be able to pay off big. They hit us with another nightmare, and we'll have to toss the banner. A negotiation takes out our land, but we get to keep our synthesizer. We have a land and a 3 steps ahead on top. We'll want both, but we need to get the land first. Another bandit's talent will take out Ghost Rider, but they can't do a thing about the cards we have coming. We'll be taking 4 damage a turn, but with a synthesizer token, copy, maybe we can up our damage output enough that we can knock them off before the talents do us in. On top we have a land and a removal. We'll send both of these on down. We need more artifacts to trigger our synthesizers. They need a removal, or we have them next turn. More discard is absolutely useless now. A sweeper, bro. Play a sweeper with all your 3 lands. That's definitely not going to get the job done. GG's, bro. Well done there. They block, so only 21 damage goes through. This is a pathetic deity. Good to know, bro. Good to know. We get the awesome Shuffler special to start this one. We do have a Synthesizer and a banner if we get a third land. The removal also needs a swamp or island in order for us to play it out. This one is a risk, but we'll try it out. Keep your hopes up. They play out an optimistic scavenger, a small 1/1 for the moment. A Thundering Falls counts as an island, so that fixes up our mana, and we'll be able to play out our Synthesizer on our next turn. On top, we have another Thundering Falls, which is just fine. We'll keep it. They drop in a doll, but so far their men are rather small, and we have a pair of removals we can hit them with. Time to fire up the factory. Let's see what we have on top. That's another Synthesizer and a Helm. We'll want both, and in that order. They play out a Delny, which could make blocking a bit difficult for us. If anything, we can hit it with removal if we have to. We'll play out the Synthesizer and get our first Robot Overlord. They're a step ahead, but with big enough men and enough of them, we can catch up. We have a Fleshy on top, along with the Helm. We want Fleshy, so we'll keep him right under the Helm. They get Beastie Befriender and a pair of tokens thanks to Delny. At least we'll be able to block the tokens. Unfortunately, we can't block their little guys, but if we get rid of Delny, we'll have a shot. We have to fire off removals this turn. We'll take out Delny first, and then snipe Toby in case they have plans to blink him and get more tokens. A surgical sweep will bring back one of their dead men, probably Delny. He's been the reason they've been able to get in for damages so far this game. They have another Befriender, and that will make another pair of tokens. They'll have flying, and we can't block any of it. That's GG's. This is no say in his government. Get out and vote, bro. We get a rather weird-looking 3-lander, double forge, and a Fleshy, as well as a 3 steps ahead. This could work if we pull a mountain out of our deck with the passage. All we need is a 4th land for the 3 steps ahead. Keep your pants on. We draw the 4th land right away, and with our Surveil land, we have a banner on top, which is fine. We can name Phyrexian, and that will boost Fleshy as well as the forge tokens. We'll still grab a mountain with the passage. The Thundering Falls enters tapped, and we want to be able to play a forge on our next turn. It's time to land a forge and get things rolling. It starts out with small men, but in a few turns, the damage will be significant. It looked like they were thinking about using removal. Fire it off, bro. Don't take the hit. Fire it all off. We've got a Ghost Rider on top, and he'll come in handy. This turn we'll drop the banner and name Phyrexian.
I am by your side. You will be protected.
They land in Elspeth and she spits out a token. Our forge tokens have trample, so we'll get through for damages, but to be sure we take out Elspeth, we can snipe their lifelink guy. Get out of town, Charlie Brown. That's the end of Elspeth and her token men. Get gone, girl.
I cannot let hope die.
Up next is Urabrask that gets played out early. They rushed her out, so she's a little light on loyalty. It feels like they're scrambling. One token will smash Vraska, and the other can beat face. Smell you later, bro. We can make further plays, but what we have on board will win it for us. With a 3 steps ahead in hand, we'll hold what we have and see if maybe we can play out the counterspell part to seal up the game. What's it gonna be, bro? Are the undies on too tight? Did you spill your ice cream in your lap? An invasion to get back one of their planeswalkers. As much fun as that would be, we're going to decline your offer of shenanigans and counter-offer with card draw of our own. That broke their little heart. We get the W without seeing a synthesizer. GG's, bro. GG's indeed. And that, my friends, is another satisfied customer.